Yes, as I was saying, we are going to be looking at this issue from the perspective of creating awareness. There are very many people out there. Some are still at home planning to take on this dangerous journey through the desert or through the sea. Some are already en route to Europe from Africa. Some are in Libya right now, going through the worst of times, and they're deliberating, should I go back home? Will there be an opportunity for me to count my steps backward? Should I, continue to languish here in the prison? Or should I, take this journey into the sea, whether I will make it alive or not? I remember, reading an article where a lady said, instead of remaining in this, a difficult situation in Libya where she's exposed to different forms of harassment, torture, hardship, she says she prefers to be, to find herself in the depth of the sea. So we're going to be, talking to those category of people. Now, I feel you personally. I feel your desire to change the circumstance that you are. But at the same time, I want to spell out to most of you that the dangers are real. And that we as Hope Beyond Harm, we are solidly determined to talk with stakeholders and come up with best solutions that will create a win-win situation for both the European countries and the United Kingdom leaders or government who are saddled with this unpleasant responsibility of receiving thousands of migrants coming in on a daily basis. And at the same time, being able to address the issues that surrounds why people actually want to embark on these journeys. There are various categories that expresses how dangerous these trips can be. Let's talk about desert crossing. Can you imagine the exposure to heat, the exposure to the rays of the sun, the heat on the hot sand? That's the first reality that you would face as a migrant trying to cross the desert. No matter how much water you carry, at the same time you need to travel light. How about dehydration? How about starvation? There are possibilities of even getting lost. I was watching a video once, people were jam-packed on a hillocks, and as the driver was driving at dead speed, one or two people fell out, and the drivers don't stop. So if you can imagine, if you are that person that fell out of the hillocks truck, that is the beginning of your woe, because you will get lost. You will be exposed to heat. You'll be exposed to dehydration. You'll be exposed to hunger. And finally, you'll be exposed to death. How about the issue of smugglers and traffickers? They are there ready to do what they know how to do best, deception. They give unimaginary, unreal tales about the journey, making you feel that it's as simple as that. Then as you go on, you begin to see the reality as it comes. What about the extortion? What about the abandonment? What about you getting to the first destination, probably Libya, and being sold into forced labor? Or possibly, to organ harvesters. Another category is the category of violence and insecurity. How about the attacks that you'll be exposed to on the way? You'll be meeting with the terrorists on the road. How about kidnapping? How about torture? How about sexual harassment, especially for the ladies? Do you think about all these? Abuse in transit countries. Arrest, inhuman detention, slavery, and various, unethical conditions. Then when we go to the sea crossing, being jam-packed in overcrowded boats, the reality of drowning when storms come, abandonment in the middle of the sea because of the boat riders who are not even trained in order to navigate the seas. How about health risk? Spread of diseases, lack of care, malnutrition. Don't go there talking about the psychological trauma, the fear, the trauma, the mental health struggles. Then if you finally arrive in Europe or United Kingdom without documents, have you thought about the reality of being arrested and deported back to where you came from after all the struggles, after all the battles, after all the difficulty? If you are there in Libya about to embark on this journey, please think twice. Just reflect on the things I have said. If you are back home in West Africa or any African country trying to embark on this journey, please digest these things that I've said. We are not abandoning you. We are coming with solutions. You will be able to contact us soon with solutions. Solutions that will not that will take off the issue of wanting to desperately travel. So as we get ready for you, we're just appealing to you. Calm down. We use this opportunity to speak to the leaders in Africa. There is no reason why, a true leader would allow his citizens or her citizens to be treated anyhow in other countries. We become a taboo in other countries when we are forced to arrive those countries without passing through the legal routes. We are being seen as beggars. In the United Kingdom, they are tired. The citizens are tired. Migrants are being hosted in hotels. Taxpayers are complaining. This is a wake-up call to African leaders. That's why people like Ibrahim Traore must be highly respected. I drop my hat for Ibrahim Traore. What he's doing in Burkina Faso, believe me, in the next 2-3 years, nobody from Burkina Faso will be willing to travel abroad, except just traveling just for traveling's sake. This is a wake-up call. Nigeria, wake up. Ghana, wake up. Other African countries that are seeing their citizens running out of the country just because of economic hardship, because of one thing or the other. Wake up. We can create solutions within our countries that will make our countries heaven. We can turn Africa to a point where even those that are abroad will be desirous to come there. We've thought out plans. We thought out coordinating activities between the international community the leaders abroad and home, our leaders back in Africa, in order to create, alternatives. So people have an opportunity to think, to reach out and get, an alternative, instead of just thinking that the only route is to take that journey and risk their lives. We'll be coming back again to treat another aspect, because we want to pick all these aspects in little bits and cram them together in order to create the awareness. We are planning meetings with the authorities in the international community in order to discuss on thinking outside the box solutions in order to solve this problem. For the international community, we are really willing to work with you. For the migrants who are desirous and desperately ready to do anything to travel, we are appealing to you. Be patient. Don't risk your life. You will be able to contact us soon to discuss opportunities for you. I'll hang up for now. But to my viewers, Hope Beyond Harm is determined. We are anxious to see this problem come to an end or to be reduced drastically. Thank you once again for listening. This is your host once again, your regular cowboy, good cowboy from Hope Beyond Harm, Ukeme Ofion. See you again next time.